Andra Annette, and this is CJC Boyd, and we are real life of the entrepreneurs, and we tell you the truth like it really is. So today we kind of want to talk about all the bullshit out there, right? So, CJ, we would probably need a year's time to go into this topic, but let's talk about like little pet peeves because we've both been in the online space for a while. So, what's one of your biggest pet peeves about what you find out here in the market?
I think the biggest one would be people who are like, oh, come to this workshop and we're going to take a deep dive and we're going to show you all the things. And really, it's just a fancy, fluff filled space where you know that they're going to try and upsell you at the end. It's a workshop where you don't really get any real tangible tidbits of knowledge, nothing new or exciting that you couldn't Google or put in chat GPT to find out. And those types of things really annoy me because you can just feel that it's a space where you're like, they just want to sell me. If you're going to sell me, I have more respect for you. If you tell me, hey, I'm inviting you to this workshop, at the end there's going to be an upsell. Yes, it's about getting you to buy into my business than to be the smoke and mirrors saying, okay, there's this workshop and you're going to get all this great information and all these tools and all these things that you can implement, when in reality there's nothing really there that I couldn't Google and find out for myself.
There was a workshop I attended a long time ago. I can't think of the guy's name right now. He was like a build your brand, I think he was. That was the name in, but his father was someone who like sold all these books and taught people how to make millions. And he always told you in the beginning, yes, I'm going to give you value and knowledge, but there is going to be a way that you can work with me at the end. So if you don't want to hear that, you just leave before I get into it. But he was very upfront about that, and I respected him for that. And I used to attend his workshops because I always got mega value out of them. But there are so many out there that are just fluff, right?
Yeah.
So, and people like Tony Robbins, you go just because of the name, right? You want to hear what
Yeah.
he's got to say, what Tony's up to this week, right? But so I think my biggest pet peeve is my inbox when because people do a promote that workshop. Hey, I got these free tickets to a math class and I'd love to take you. Really, why me? Because you don't
Yeah.
even know me. We're not even friends, right?
Exactly.
So that's one of them. But all the people that it's very copy paste material. Like, hey, could you to use 15 to 20 more clients, this month?
What
Is
if
it
I
worth
could
a
get you?
conversation?
Yeah.
But you don't even know what I do. You
I
don't
always
even
send back, it would have been worth a conversation prior to you sending me this cold pitch to even know what it is I do or what I'm looking for or what I need.
yeah. So I was on a call with someone that I know that I've been in her groups for a while, and she's in Brooklyn and I'm in New York today. And um we were just catching up. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and she does do marketing and stuff like that. So she said, what's your weakest area and stuff? But we were talking as friends, and she said, I could help you with that, or I could help you with that. But I respect her. She goes, well, just letting you know, but if you don't want
Right.
to, but she was upfront, and that wasn't the purpose of our call. The call really was to catch up and see where we are and where we're struggling. Um, so I respect those genuine calls in that respect. Or if someone says, listen, I see you out there and you look a little confused and I'd really like to help you. Can we have a conversation? Or, I think I could really help you build your brand or whatever it is. This is what I do. I'm so and so. Can we connect, meet, chat, and see if my services can help you in some way? But I would appreciate that upfront too, because what could you really sell me on a 15-minute call?
Yeah.
Right?
And I think the other thing that is the coffee chats. Like people use those coffee chats as they say it's a networking tool when in reality it's not. It's about that person pitching their thing. That I mean, there are a lot of them that I've attended where it's actually, yes, you get to do your elevator pitch when you start, and then it's your networking and brainstorming and doing all the things. And I love those. But if it's just a coffee chat going, hey, I'd love to connect, here's my link, and you know damn well that they don't really want to get to know you. They just want to pitch you their product or what they have going on. That's very frustrating for people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's more ease and flow when you just show up and you have that real conversation. You
Yeah,
know, how's your day going? Not that great. I'm at work. How's your day going? I'm not
exactly.
in the Bahamas. I'm physically working, right?
Yeah,
So, but I think that that honesty, there is a certain reciprocity with that honesty, that what you put out there does come back. So we don't
yeah.
always get that because we see all those people in the notifications, bro. I don't even open them sometimes, I couldn't get into Messenger on Facebook for like 2 weeks. I don't know, maybe Facebook blocked me or I didn't like something I did. I don't know, right? Um, I actually, someone told me log out and log back in. And it's just because I use more than one computer. So maybe they thought it is for my safety that they did
Right.
it. So I so appreciate that. Um, but it was frustrating when I had to have my phone with me, right? To respond to things. But um I felt so relaxed during that time because I wasn't having all those notifications. And I feel like I got so much more done.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. When you have all those notifications, like, oh, just people coming in. And I think the other thing more that trips it for me is like all the emails. Like people are like, collect your email list, collect your email list, collect your email list. And I'm all for that in case everything goes haywire and I have nothing left of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. I have an email list, but I feel like people just send massive emails out. And I'm so like, I don't even read them. I have like 9,678 emails in my email inbox because I'm like, oh, all these people keep just sending them, sending them, sending them. I'm like, it makes me almost not want to opt into anything because I'm just like,
I
I don't
know.
want to be sold a billion and two times. So I think that that's one of the other things that frustrates me. But then I'm like, but if you have all that chaos in your email, what's going on around you that you don't want to just like unsubscribe and clean all that out to allow, better energy in there?
Well, Gmail has put in this excellent feature called Yes Block. So, so they can't they can't come back in once you throw them
Okay,
out.
cool.
So
Good to know.
yeah, so I've been using that a lot. So call me crazy, but I've always had two email addresses, and now I have about eight. So there was the one that if I really wanted to talk to you, you got that email. And if I
Right.
didn't, you went to the other one and you sat there until one day I looked in it. Um, but I have like six and I use them for different things. Like one, two for work, different work related things, one for business, and the others are if I know this is bullshit, like with that show.
Right.
You got that email, right? So and I think that people out there really do have to have that because a lot of
Yeah.
people log into devices on their email. So heads up, guys, because this is a clue. You log into a lot of devices on your email stuff, right? So a lot of people are trying to scam. A lot of people, if you give someone your email and if there's someone that's on Facebook and they are one of those hackers or something, they already know what email you use, and then they just have to try and figure out your password. And most people are stupid and they use something that's endearing to them, right? Because you want to
Yeah.
remember it. So you have to be very aware of those things when you're setting things up for business and stuff, right? Because we all think we're so slick and we're really not, right? So just be careful out there, and there's a lot of good, and CJ and I will be doing another show and we will be talking about some of those good opportunities and real people that we met. I've met a lot of great people out here, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many more good ones than the bad ones that we, hone in on. And a lot of times we hone in on that bad experience we've had and we let that taint the idea. And we often prejudge other people and miss out on a lot of great connections because we're, upset that we've been duped a time or two.
Yeah, you can't let that happen to you. And I'm going to share with you a real story. So when I first came online, I was hacked, and that little hack cost me $50,000. They got into my bank accounts, everything. And it was because a woman asked me to support her, and she was being for some show or something, and she sent me a link and said, can you just fill out that form? And I was driving home with my husband in the car, and I said, sure, send me. And she sent me the link, and it was my own link.
Wow.
So as soon as I opened that link, well, all my pages came down, Facebook, Instagram, and I was like, oh shit. And yeah, and I had to cancel all my credit cards and stuff and put locks on all of them so nobody could open things again. And you have to save those keys in case you want to take those locks off, and I don't know where I put them, but but pretty much it was a very bad experience. It wasn't Facebook was I want to tell you, so helpful and so quick to bring things back up. And I'm glad they are partnered more with Instagram now, because before, even though they were the same company, two different people owned them. They were owned by two
Yeah.
separate people. So Facebook got me back up right away, you know, and said to me, send us proof for who you are. And I had to take a picture of myself and hold up my ID. It was kind of bizarre, but I got in, I want to say within 48 hours on Facebook. They said, they review it. Instagram kept telling me, we're in COVID. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm an nurse. We haven't been in COVID in a really long time. What are you talking about? So, and I couldn't get in, and I lost that account. I couldn't get that account back. But just the headaches of it's not the finance, it's not all that stuff. It's the starting again. It's the protecting the people that were in your list, because whoever took that account was selling Bitcoins or something for exchanges from my new account. And our friends alerted me, hey, Anja, since when are you selling? I'm not. I said, what do you mean? You see my account? So that's how I was able to track that. But it was a really bad experience. And I think my husband wanted to kill me, but I was back online in 2 days. I said, not going to let this change my outlook, right?
Yeah.
But I did become more hesitant. So, hesitant to just jump into things, to be so trusting. Like on Facebook, if you don't have 100 friends, you're not my friend. If we got 2 friends in common, you don't know me that well. Sorry, come back when you know. But and that's just the way it is. But so yeah, you do have to be hesitant. You do have to be smart. You do have to pay attention to what's going on out there and be careful with who you give all your information to. But there are a lot of very responsible people out there that really do want to help you build a business, who really are going to support you. And there's a lot of money to be made out here. So if you're not out here, you should be. So
Exactly.
any final words, Miss CJ?
I just never give up. I mean, you could have been duped 2 or 3 times in the past. You could have had bad experiences, but there's always that one chance that you're going to take that scares you to death. That could be the thing, the connection, the person that flips the switch and changes everything in the online space for you. So always be open to new opportunities, but trust your gut.
Yeah, I so agree with that. So thank you for joining us on this quick session of Real Lives from the Entrepreneurs, and we will see you soon. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much.